as they thunder away to a perfect start. Down goes the checkered flag for first man home, and it's Alfa Romeo's number 2, Giuseppe Farina. A 1-2-3 triumph for the cars from Italy. Juan Fangio, the former bus driver from the Argentine, and today the most successful racing motorist on the continent.
1951 World Championship is the recognition of a man who combines intelligence, skill and courage to such an exceptional degree as to make him one of the greatest racing drivers of all time.
Rispettato il pronostico, anche se il vincitore non si chiami Ascari ma Farina. La grande vincitrice è la Ferrari. Quando si posseggono piloti come Ascari, Farina, Taruffi e Villoresi, l'unica sorpresa è che non vinca l'uno ma l'altro. Sono 4 assi, il più bel poker che l'automobilismo abbia mai espresso.
Ascari retained his world title for the second year, winning by 34.5 points to Fangio's 28 points.
And Monsieur Vacca's checkered flag puts the seal on Fangio's whip.
The reigning champion Juan Fangio holds his Ferrari in front like the master he is, and wins handsomely.
Experts declare it's Fangio's finest race. Twice the age of his nearest rivals, he's still the world's greatest driver.
This was to be Hawthorne's only Grand Prix win and his last in his championship year of 1958.
And Jack Brabham, number 8, has only to complete the course to win the World Championship. In an atmosphere of great excitement, Jack Brabham pushes his car across the line in 4th place to become the first Australian ever to win the World Championship.
At an average of 130 miles an hour, being the new world champion.
By the end of the race, Jim Clark had lapped the whole field, apart from second-placed Dan Gurney. 27-year-old Clark won a record 7 races on his way to the World Championship, and Lotus won the Constructors' title. The race completed a triumphant hat-trick of wins for Ferrari. Of the 6 races so far, Clark had won 5 and didn't race in the other one at Monaco.
In this race, Jack is proving that he's not too old at 40. He's led from start to finish to win at an average speed of 95.49 miles per hour with Denny Hulme second. Jack's Repco Brabham has lapped every other car in the race except Denny's.
Denny Hulme, the winner of the 29th Grosser Preis von Deutschland. It took a tough car and a tough driver to do it. The top ringmaster of 1967.
Hill wins the race and the championship with Colin Chapman's Lotus.
And it's going to be a French match for the win. It must be. It's over the line together. And it's almost a dead heat. It's Jackie Stewart, Rich, Beltoise and McLaren. Nobody has ever seen the finish of a motor race like that.
Jochen's stardom will forever be remembered, as he was to become the sport's first posthumous world champion.
These tumultuous scenes are certainly nothing new to Stewart. He's won 4 out of 6 Grand Prix events already this season. And with a lead of more than 20 points, it looks as though this canny Scot will once again win the World Championship.
Fittipaldi had dominated the race, and when the flag fell, he was almost half a second ahead of Sever.
Emerson Fittipaldi's World Championship was secured when Jody Scheckter retired with a fuel leak. It was Fittipaldi's second World Championship, adding to the title he won in 1972.
Thanks to Niki Lauda, Scuderia Ferrari had its first World Drivers' Champion since John Surtees in 1964. That was the last year it had won the Constructors' title too.
Change the regulations concerning the airboxes and the wings, and yet you're still extremely fast. How do you do it?
Big balls.
And James Hunt is the world champion. James Hunt is the new world champion. Mario Andretti is the winner of the race.
As soon as you're recovered, you have to force yourself to do the same thing again. Go into the car and drive it. The only way where you can stop this ongoing fear. I think I was born without fear.
Andretti's win extended his lead in the championship.
And Jody Scheckter wins it. His first win for Ferrari, not his last, I would suggest. And the traditional champagne, I think, spraying it a little prematurely. They usually do that after they've had all the victory garlands and winners' hats and that sort of thing. But Jody Scheckter,
to win his third Grand Prix in succession, to increase his World Championship lead, and to do what he wanted to do, beat the French, and Theo Jones has done it. The crowd rises.
Alan Jones, the confirmed World Champion of 1980.
The results of the Caesars Palace Grand Prix, a win for Alan Jones, and there is the world champion, actually becoming world champion of 1981. The world champion, the new one in 5th position, Nelson Piquet.
The points chart tells the final story. Reutemann is the loser by 1 point. Piquet is world champion by 1 point.
There is Rosberg, who takes 5th place. It was 5th place that he needed to be sure of the title. It's 5th place that he's earned, and Keke Rosberg is the 1982 World Champion of Motor Racing. And where is the man who's going to take 3rd place and the World Championship? Where is Nelson Piquet of Brazil? We wait for him. Here he comes, the Brabham mechanics run jumping into the road. Nelson Piquet takes 3rd place, which doesn't matter at all. What does matter is that he's got 4 championship points, and Nelson Piquet is the 1983 world champion by just 2 points.
Niki Lauda appears in the next 15 seconds or so, and there he is. There is the world champion of 1984.
Alain Prost had finally taken the title for France after coming same year in the 2 previous years.
He may have been prepared to move over. And look at that! Out that, and colossally, that's Mansell! That is Nigel Mansell! And the car absolutely shattered. He's fighting for control, and you can see what's happened. Mansell is out of the race. Now, this could change and will change the World Championship. His 2nd World Championship, an absolutely superb achievement. You have seen the crowd rising to this popular little Frenchman. who has demonstrated yet again that he's the driver of the day, and he takes the checkered flag. He wins the Australian Grand Prix. He wins the World Championship of 1986. Look at him, he can hardly believe it himself.
Nigel Mansell was going for pole when, in the curves behind the pits, he lost his Williams Honda. The tremendous impact did the damage. Mansell was in agony in the cockpit. He released the wheel but couldn't get out. And in this thoroughly unsatisfactory and melancholy way, Nelson Piquet became champion.
Senna is getting close to him, and Senna is going to challenge for the lead. So Prost will have to go up the inside of Senna. Ayrton Senna has got the lead. A great achievement. Ayrton Senna, the new world champion.
Ayrton Senna crosses the line and you can see his exultation. He knows he is the world champion. Both hands off the wheel. This man who is usually very quiet and calm in the cockpit who started. And if Prost comes up to any of them, this is the opportunity that Senna's looking for. And he's going through. Out! Oh my goodness, this is fantastic. They meet. This is what we were fearing might happen during the race. And that means to say that Prost has won the World Championship. Alain Prost, World Champion of 1989.
And if you no longer go for a gap that exists, you're no longer a racing driver. Because we are competing. We are competing to win.
Alain Prost has taken the advantage. Senna is trying to go through on the inside, and it's happened immediately. This is amazing. Senna goes off at the first corner. But what has happened to Prost? He has gone off too.
So Ayrton Senna now with Prost not finishing the race quite clearly. He's out of his car, stuck in the gravel pit. That, I'm afraid to say, is the end of this year's Drivers' World Championship.
Mansell harrying Ayrton Senna. And off! Off! That's Mansell! That's him! Mansell out, and the World Championship has been won by Ayrton Senna as World Champion for third time. And he's up to the last corner now. You are about to see Nigel Mansell become World Champion of 1992. Mansell finishes, and he's World Champion.
And a tremendous effort for Nigel Mansell. He's fought long and hard for this. He's the third highest Grand Prix winner of all time.
Michael Schumacher wins. Alain Prost is second and the world champion of 1993. A brilliant championship for the Frenchman. And that looks, Schumacher's off. Schumacher's lost time.
Yeah.
Hill goes by.
Oh, out goes Schumacher. The German is out of the Australian Grand Prix, and Damon Hill only has to keep going to be world champion of 1994, but can he keep going?
And Patrick Head there's looking at that left front wishbone. Hill shaking his head. He knows in his heart of hearts that it is all over, and it really is not his fault. I mean, one can have suggested that perhaps he shouldn't have gone for the inside.
To win the Pacific Grand Prix in Japan and to become the world champion of 1995. The Benetton team, of course, are ecstatic.
Katayamas, and that is
Villeneuve. It's Villeneuve. Jacques Villeneuve is out of the race. Damon Hill is the world champion of 1996. Wins the Japanese Grand Prix, and I've got to stop because I've got a lump in my throat.
Problem because Villeneuve is all over him. Look, he's going through. Oh yes. I don't think.
Out goes Michael Schumacher.
That didn't work, Michael. You hit the wrong part of him, my friend. I don't think that will cause Villeneuve a problem.
Michael Schumacher out.
Holding him aloft, the champion, the new champion.
Clearly Villeneuve was happy just for the third place, but of course Michael Schumacher failing to win his third title, there'll be more than a little disappointment over that.
Mika Hakkinen, Formula One's #1 driver, cruises around the last corner to win the Japanese Grand Prix and the 1998 Drivers' Championship in style.
Maailmanmestari Mika Häkkinen on voittaja. Mika Häkkinen, se on siinä, loistavaa Mika, se on siinä.
Overwhelming victory for Mika Häkkinen, his 14th of his career and his second title, joining illustrious company. Only Ascari, Fangio, Brabham, Prost, Senna and Michael Schumacher have in the past won back-to-back Formula One World Championship titles.
Who exits the chicane for the 53rd and last time to win the 2000 Japanese Grand Prix and the World Championship for the third time to give Ferrari and Italy their dream. And look, he knows it. He is absolutely beside himself with joy. And Michael Schumacher goes into that last corner for the last time at the Hungarian Grand Prix. He exits the corner, he crosses the line. Michael Schumacher wins. Michael Schumacher is world champion. Barrichello is second. David Coulthard is third. And Ferrari are constructors world champions.
A racing driver become a 5 times world champion. I grew up hearing about Fangio and I thought no one will ever do that. But Michael Schumacher's done it today and he wins his 61st Grand Prix and he's a 5 times World Formula One champion. This is history. Absolutely magnificent. Look how happy he is. He says he doesn't care about statistics, but he cares about this one. This historic moment when Michael Schumacher became the first 6-time World Formula One champion. Without a shadow of a doubt, it's the greatest achievement in the history of Formula One racing. Michael Schumacher gets his 7th Formula One World Championship on a truly eventful day for Formula One racing. Fernando Alonso will cross the line to become the youngest ever Formula One World Champion. Well done, Fernando Alonso!
What a feeling that must be.
Lap 39 of the Japanese Grand Prix, Michael Schumacher leading this race after the second round of pit stops. Looks like an engine failure down there at the Degner corner. He's out of this Grand Prix. You can see Alonso going past Michael Schumacher. His first engine failure, I believe, since 2001, and what an awful time for it to happen. For the second year in a row, Fernando Alonso wins in Japan. Kimi Raikkonen wins the Brazilian Grand Prix, his first victory here.
Okay, it's all over. It's all over. Hamilton 7. Hamilton 7. By my calculations, we win the championship by 1 point.
Expecting Massa anytime now. He comes through to claim his 6th victory of the season. He has done everything he needed to do, and we wait now to find out who will be the world champion of 2008.
Raikkonen's third, and is that Glock going slowly?
It is,
that's
it's Glock. Oh my goodness me, Hamilton's back in position again. 100,000 local hearts sink in the grandstands that he is going to claim 5th place, which is all he needs to do to become the 2008 Formula One World Champion, Lewis Hamilton. And you will, well, the Ferrari boys are celebrating, but
they both think they've won, but
Ferrari are wrong. They're absolutely wrong. Hamilton's finished 5th.
Guys, I'm speechless. That was so freaking close.
I'm so proud of you anyway. I would have been even wrong with the championship, but anyway, thank you.
And now here comes Jenson Button, the 2009 World Champion. Look at the relief, look at the joy.
We are world champions! world champion!
Okay, Sebastian, good job. I need to wait until everybody crosses the line. I need to wait, but it's looking good. Hamilton, P2, Button, P3, Rosberg, P4, Kubica, P5, Du bist Weltmeister!
Sebastian Vettel, you are the world champion! The world champion, well done, enjoy it! You are the man!
The new world champion, Sebastian Vettel. Absolutely sensational race.
Sebastian, you're the 2011 world champion, well done!
For the man who's once, who's twice, and is 3 times a world champion, it is Sebastian Vettel for Red Bull. 3 Constructors' titles in a row, 3 Drivers' Championships in a row. It's trebles all round for Red Bull. Sebastian Vettel to win the Indian Grand Prix, to become a 4-time world champion. The formidable Sebastian Vettel wins in India, wins in 2013.
You joined the greats, mate. You're up there. There's Fangio, Schumacher, than you.
Unbelievable.
Is coming to an end because Lewis Hamilton comes around the final corner. It's not Rosberg, it's Lewis Hamilton, champion of the world in 2014.
World champion! Oh my God! I can't believe it!
That is it. World champion, pal. World champion.
3 times world champion, Lewis. How good does that sound, Lewis? 3 times world champion.
That's the greatest moment of my life.
Lewis Hamilton wins the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. Nico Rosberg is second. He takes the championship 34 years after his father. It's like father, it's like son for the Rosbergs. Hamilton has been formidable. He has been the force, and he crosses the line now to become the 4-time world champion. Lewis Hamilton does it in 2017, and he can scarcely believe what has happened for this season. As he rounds the final corner, it's high fives for Lewis Hamilton, a 5-time champion of the world. Adding another championship to his collection. He's got 6 appeal in Austin. It's Lewis Hamilton, champion of the world.
Get in there, Lewis. What a drive, mate. That is it. Champion of the world. Did it in style, mate. You did that in style.
And now he finds himself alongside Michael Schumacher as top in the record books. The World Championship record is equalled. Lewis Hamilton wins the Turkish Grand Prix and is a 7-time champion of the world.
What a way to win your 7th world title. Mate, you have got to be proud of that. What an awesome drive.
That's for all the kids out there who dream the impossible.
Here comes Lewis Hamilton though, down the back straight. He's got a slipstream. He almost touches Verstappen. They almost make contact into turn 9. Verstappen stays ahead. They have shared a brilliant championship battle, but the championship can only be won by one, and it's going Dutch in 2021. Max Verstappen, for the first time ever, is champion